Gotta be strong in this life, son. I'm a survivor. I will survive. I will survive. And I'm a firm believer. We'll forever try just to stay alive. That's simple to say. Nobody can hold me right. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can hold me sick. I will not allow negativity. Nobody can hold me back. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can. Nobody can. Everybody has some strength. No weakness on your land. Strength. No weakness on the way. Strength. No weakness on your land. Everybody's strength. No weakness on the way. And when you're enemies they must tremble. Enemies they must tremble. Yo, and when you're everything I found me. Everything I found me. I'm a go-getter. I just God. And I'm a kind of fella. Put my trust in God. Put my trust in God. Nothing for me say nobody can hold me back. Nobody. They must tremble. Your enemies they must tremble. Yo.
Hey, what's up, Ridealong riders? Welcome to the ride. Welcome to Tuesday on the ride. Yes, I'm in a dark place as always. Boy, you guys know I have a very, not a love-hate relationship, and I have a hate-hate relationship for daylight savings time. Nevertheless, we're here, guys. I ain't gonna, you know what? I'm not gonna complain anymore about daylight savings time. You guys know how I feel about it already. When it gets dark, I want to sleep. Right? That's my problem. Enough of my problem. How you guys doing? How you doing, June? Noel Park, how you doing? Welcome to the ride. Welcome to the ride. As you're coming, guys, go ahead and share up the program. Share it up. Today we have an interesting program lined up for you. We have a young man on the program who is going to tell his story. He's going to share his story. We've been conversating for quite a while. And today I think it's time that he come out and speak his truth. Speak his story and speak it boldly and loudly. But let me first say before we bring on my next guest, right? We understand that there's always 2, sometimes 3, even sometimes 4 sides to a story. So, our disclaimer is there might be another side to the story. And we will let the other side tell their story. Nevertheless, this is Erwin's story. Now, the young man is going to share his story about his son and how he believed that his son was taken away from him. And now he won back his son. He's going head over heels to get back his son. He can't get back his son. He's going to share his story here with us. Yes, one of those times. Very emotional story. Owen is here and he's going to share his story with us. So everybody share up the program. Share it up. Hey, Lydia, how you doing? Lydia James, Lacey James, Lacey Jeff, Winnie Peters. Winnie Peters, how you doing? Alright guys, so go ahead and share up the program. Let me do my, I have to do my share as well. I have to do my share of the thing, right? I have to share my thing as well. Also guys, the folks that's listening on 107.9 FM J Wonder. The folks listening on the radio, this is what I want you guys to do, right? You could also share the program. You could call your friend on the phone and say, listen, I am listening to Ride Along on 107.9 J Wonder. And I think you should listen to it as well. So that's how you share it. So you're watching, click that share button and share. Right, Sandra? Right, Lydia? Right, Elizabeth? Share it. Because I telling you guys, I think that it's time that we see more men coming out and speak. A lot of times we have sometimes 9 out of 10 times is women sharing their story. And when we have men coming out and speak, I think it's a damn good thing. I think it's a good thing to have men coming out and sharing their story, sharing their truth. I promote that. I want to see more of that. Want to see more of that.
Everything after.
What do you say?
Right.
Right, Lacey? Exactly,
Exactly.
exactly. So let me go ahead and share, and share. I think I overshared actually.
Just show me some stuff.
Yes. Welcome to Meta Ride. Meta Ride. That's going to be the new name. Okay, so as we promoted earlier today, we have a young man on the program who is going to share his side of the story of a series of incidents that happened that caused him to now don't have access to his son. Guys, a nice ride along. Welcome to my guest. His name is Erwin. Erwin, how you doing, sir?
Not bad, not bad. Thank you. I'm fine.
Nice. Erwin, listen, I know we spoke in the green room. We conversate for a couple of days. And
Yeah.
I went through the process, and I also explained that we, for the sake of not only transparency but giving the others opportunity as well, I would advise that you don't call anyone's name because the process is still in litigation. But however, we're giving you an opportunity to tell us your story because we want the best for the child. At the end of the day, is in the best interest of the child. And we definitely would also advise that you don't call the child name. We do not want to identify the child. The child is still a minor. And I just had to tell you that from the top. All right. Other than that, Owen, you good?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to sit back a little bit and listen to what you have to say, Owen, as it relates to the story. And I might interject from time to time, but it's your story, your opportunity to share your truth, Owen. How it all started, and how is now that you don't have access to your son and you're claiming that the child grandmother stole your son. How it all started.
Okay, this is how it started. Me and my girlfriend, I have some bit of history in England. A bit of background with the court and things like that. I was decided to go home for a holiday. But after everything get too heated, I decided I'm not going again. So I asked my son, Kaden.
Don't call his name because we don't want to identify the child.
Okay,
If that would be best,
okay,
right?
okay.
How old is your son, by the way?
He's 9 now.
He's 9 years old. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. At the time, he was about 7, and I said to him, Kaden, do you want to go home with your grandmother to Grenada? And he turned to me and said, no, Daddy, I don't like my grandmother. I turned to him and said, Kaden, don't you ever say that again. And he said, yes, Daddy. So a week later, my girlfriend asked the question in front of me again. Kaden, do you want to go Grenada with your grandmother? And Kaden said yes. Because my girlfriend realized if Kaden said no, there is no way he was going to go to Grenada. So she juked him to say yes. A 7-year-old.
Okay.
So after that happened now, we decided to send him to Grenada. We take him out of school. He was going to a private school, actually. I'll just put that clear. Yeah. So we take him out of school, and he was home maybe for a month. And I said, Kathy, why you take our kid and go out of school so early if you're not going to send him? If you're not going to send him, put him back in the school. I think about 3 weeks later, Kathy find a flight for him. Kathy was supposed to go home with Kaden. I don't know what happened. Kathy decided to send Kaden on his own with the air hostess. I said, Kathy, what are you doing? I want you to go home with my son, at least spend 2 weeks with him to settle him in, then come back. It didn't happen. In the end, he went on his own with the air hostess. Andy went to the airport. We take him to the airport. When he did for check-in and everything like that, well, as soon as he reached the airport, I start to scream. I start to scream like a local girl for about half an hour, and the whole airport just stopped. They want to know what's wrong. I jump on my knees and I hold on to my son and I start to scream. Where nobody can go in the airport when they check in, the people them let me in to go with him wherever me want to go with him. So when we going home now, I turn to Cathy. I say, Cathy, you never jar taste to your son? Cathy turned to me and Cathy smiled. Me say, Cathy, you are wicked.
Hold on, let's back up a little bit. Hold on, just stick up in right there. Was the child living with you? Did you have legal custody of the child at that time? Or was it shared custody, or was the child custody of the girlfriend?
No. We live together as a couple. We live together as a couple.
All you live together?
As a couple.
Okay.
A couple, yeah. And
okay.
Cathy's mother and the father and my stepdaughter come in my house to spend 6 months holiday as well.
Right. So it wasn't a mutual agreement in sending the child back home. You didn't agree to it.
Both of us agreed to it because I want him to have a experience of the Caribbean life.
Okay.
For 3 months.
Okay. Okay. All right, go ahead from there. Go ahead. I'm listening.
So on the way home back, I said to him, Cathy, why are you so wicked? Why is it you never shed a tear for your son? And Cathy just keep watching me and she just smiled. That was it. I don't think we have a more conversation until we reach home. When I reach home now, like I see things start to change. We have a business and Cathy start to neglect the business and start to go to work doing clearing. So I said, Cathy, you have a business, you could make more money. What are you doing?
Hold on, I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. Guys, are you there? I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. Hold on. I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. Guys, he tried to fix up his audio system there. As soon as he come back in, we'll bring him back in. So here's what I understand so far, guys. The young man and his girlfriend and the child, they all live together, and they mutually agreed for the child to go back. The child was apprehensive about going back. Nevertheless, she did win back, and the father was angry about it, right? Let come back.
Yeah.
All right, you're back now. You're back now. You hearing me? Are you hearing me now? All right, he's still having some audio problems, so we go try to fix that up. I want him to hear his story, but listen, as I always say, there are more than one sides to a story, and hence the reason why I keep asking the gentleman to don't call any name. The process is right now under litigation. The two individuals in question have lawyers, and the lawyers are checking it up in court. All right. I think it was a good idea, and his lawyers also advised him that he share the story because he wanted to be public out there. But at the same time, the issue has not been fully litigated, so I am still going to advise the young man to don't call any names. All right, let me see if we can get him back on. All right, Owen, are you back with us?
Yes, I am. Sorry about that.
All right, no problem. Understood. All right, so go ahead. We're listening.
So the relationship start.
Go ahead.
I noticed Cathy start to work more and more, and the relationship start to deteriorate because Cathy not doing what she's supposed to do at home, and she go to work late, come back late at night, and We're speaking about it. And one day, I'm ringing my son. Well, basically, I will tell you this now. Caden take home 2 phones. Well, one phone and an iPad. And I realize I see a pattern that they're not switching on the phone. So I turned to Kathy. I said, Kathy, what's wrong with the phone? They say phone not working, and they have to take the phone to fix. So I have a friend in Grenada called Nixon. I said, Nixon, can you go and buy a phone for me for my son? Nixon went to the phone shop and he video called me. And he get a phone for me. I give him the numbers and that kid that needed the phone. His sister's numbers, my numbers, and some friends of his are scared.
Right. So hold on. We missed a little part there. So he did go back. He went on the plane. He traveled back with the air hostess, and he went home. He went to Grenada. So he's in Grenada right now.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir.
He's in Grenada. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. I just want to fill up all the blank spaces, but go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay. So while he was in Grenada, I noticed some pattern. I ringing him and the phone is not working. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work. So I said, Kathy, what's wrong with the phone? I said, what's wrong? And she told me the network is not working. It's always an excuse. It's always an excuse. But what they're doing, they're taking off the internet when they want, how they want, and let it speak. I could get to speak to him when they want. So what happened is now I noticed that when I'm ringing Kaden, anytime I spoke to Kaden, I said, Kaden, can you read a book for me? So Kaden would go and get the book, and he would sit down in the sitting room, and there was TV on, there is people talking. So I turned to Kaden and said, Kaden, can you go somewhere in private that I can speak to you properly and I could hear to you, I could listen to you read. His grandmother clearly said to him, sit down there and don't move.
Okay.
Then I realized the pattern was going on. So I noticed a long time that is a pattern was going there. They want sometimes I get Kaden, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I get, sometimes I don't. So I take it upon my head now because I see something is going wrong and oh no. Let me cut you there. Me and Kathy have an argument over the phone.
Oh, hold on.
Argument.
Let me bring it into perspective. I don't want to lose the viewers. I don't want to get lost too now. I don't want to get lost. So let's back up a little bit.
Okay.
During the process at the time that your son left, right?
Yes.
Were you able to connect with him, speak with him when you wanted to speak with him? Or were there anything preventing you from communicating with him?
Yes, because then sometimes I get him, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I get him, sometimes I don't.
Right. Okay. So when you're calling him, you don't get him. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. Why was you not why when you called him you wasn't getting him?
Because of what transpired here now. This is the whole leading up to it.
Okay.
This is the leading up to everything.
So I go listen.
Okay. So when I see the pattern of everything going on, and I said to Kathy, can you please go and get my son? She turned to me and told me her passport is in immigration. And there was no plane flying because this was happening all in the COVID time.
Right.
So she was stressing, plane is not flying. So I see people coming from the Caribbean, people going, but yet plane not flying. So she lying to me all the time, lying to me. So I started to get frustrated. So this is what I did. I go and I hire a lawyer in England to get back my son.
But hold on, Owen, why you don't just call the grandmother and talk to her? Why couldn't you just communicate with the person where the child is staying?
Because then we have some, me and that lady have some issue. We have a lot of issue because that she steal my money, a lot of money for me.
You see that why I don't like to call
Bring
it.
it up.
You see that. Okay, Owen, you saying she steal your money? I don't know that to be a fact. And listen, I know that I don't. That's why I don't want you to call names because we don't know that to be a fact. I don't want to. You understand? So you and the grandmother have some problems, unresolved issue. You can't get your son, so you couldn't even call on the phone and say, Granny, I'm trying to get my son. Why I can't get him? Why you keep holding him from me? I need to speak with him. I need to communicate with him. You couldn't even call her and talk to her like that?
She won't do that. She won't answer the phone, ma'am. I'm gonna give you an example. When I come here, because she clearly tell me we have an argument over the phone, and she clearly tell me I can't come to Grenada and I cannot come to her house. Because of the same issue, I couldn't get to speak to Kaden how I want. So I was a bit scared now. Even when I was coming on the plane, I was thinking in my head, they're gonna send me back. Because I was being manipulated. I can't come to Grenada and I cannot come to her house.
Right.
When I cleared immigration and I was going, all in the airport, I was scared. When I cleared immigration, and this is the gospel truth, when I cleared immigration, the guy who was taking me home, he have 2 phone calls, and he pulled over. And I said, oh my God, that time never take me back now. Is when I reached in the airport, in the hotel that I quarantined, I realized everything was a lie.
What was a lie?
I can't come to Grenada, and I cannot come to her house.
Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Listen, I kind of confused. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of confused. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of confused. Let me try to unravel it a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay. Your son in Grenada,
yeah,
your friend that you live with, and both of you had a disagreement about the child going to
yes.
Grenada. You end up going to Grenada. You end up staying by the grandmother. You couldn't find him. You couldn't call him. You couldn't call the grandmother because you and she don't have problems. So you left from England to come to Grenada. And when you get to Grenada, what happened? You
Oh,
got
no, no,
to
no. I was getting in contact with my son. I used to get in contact. I speak to my son mostly every day, but sometimes I can't get to speak to him.
right. Okay, so you call him on the phone. You ain't getting him. Either day. You're not
Yes.
getting. Okay. Right.
So I decided I hired a lawyer in England, and she was fighting the case, but she wasn't getting anywhere with my girlfriend
But what case? What case? Where's the case at the moment? Where's the case? The child is there.
because
Where's
I
the case?
because I want my son to come back. I want my son to come back
Right. Okay.
because in the first place he went for 3 months.
Right.
So in the whole process of this man cutting have an argument over the phone, and she leave our house that we live in,
Right.
that me and she live in.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things lead up to it. She have a sister, and the sister was instigate everything was going on, and I called police on her because she didn't have no paper in England. Well, she don't have no paper in England.
But that is another story. That is another ride along.
Right. Well,
Yeah, that's another ride
I'm
along.
just telling you how it started. Then
Right.
she called police back on me and locked me up and said I am abusing her. I used to beat her. There was no proof. There's no evidence. My police record is clear in England. My police record is clean in England. Clean as a whistle in England.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Newman is asking a question. So the mother is not in the child's life. Is the mother still in the child's life?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Right. Okay. The mother is in the child life. So is the mother in agreement with you going to Grenada to get the child to bring him back?
I told her I'm going to Grenada.
Uh-huh.
My son never go to Grenada to stay. He went for a holiday. He never goes to Grenada to stay. He went for a 3 months holiday.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
get this clear. He went
Yeah.
for a 3 months holiday. And the time was going too long, and it was going on and on and on. And I tell him I want my son back in England.
Right.
And I said to her, can you please go and get my son? She's stressed, her paper is in immigration and plane is not flying. So I turned to her, I said, Cathy, I'm going to go to Grenada to get my son. He said to me, Or when, if you want your son, go and get him. I ain't stopping you from getting him. Go and get him.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So transport to everything was going on. I booked my flight. I never tell her I booked my flight. Me and she have an argument over the phone again. But the same thing, I can get access to Kaden. I can speak to Kaden. And at one time, I was speaking to Kaden, and she tell me, "Oh, I make Kaden cry," which is a lie. Me and Kaden come off the phone laughing and smiling. It's because I put up a piece of paper like this, and I said, "Kaden, can you read this?" And he read out what's on the paper. I say, "I'm coming to you in 14 days." So he read it out, and I said, "Kaden, don't read it out." And he said, "Okay, daddy." So I put the paper down, and when I come off the phone, they questioned him. Not really question him, they were there listening to the conversation. Because that's what they do all the time. They're always there listening to the conversation that me and my son have.
Oh, okay. Um, I want some water. Anybody have some water? I want some water, just my throat dry. Okay. All right. Got you. Got it. Got it. Got it. Now, let's take it from the part where you're in Grenada, right? You're in
Okay,
Grenada. You're in Grenada. You're in
okay.
quarantine. You get out of quarantine. Did you call the mother while you're in the grandmother and say, listen, I'm here. I'm coming to get my son. It shouldn't be no problem because I mean it's my son. I have jurisdiction over my son. I could pick up my son whenever I want. Did you contact her when you're in Grenada? And how did you approach the situation of getting your son?
As I said to you, and I want to stress this again, Miss Mitchell told me, sorry to call name, I cannot come to Grenada and I cannot come to a house. So I wasn't speaking to her. So the best thing for me to do, and the best thing in my action when I reach Grenada, I have Caden passport, I have a board paper, and I have some other legal paper.
Right.
And I went to the police station and I identified myself. I
Right.
said, "Here you are. This is my passport. I'm Owen Stevenson.
Yes.
This is Caden passport. This is Caden
Yes.
Stevenson.
Right.
This is the birth certificate.
First name,
I
last name,
come here."
don't tell name,
Mm.
don't call him name. No, everybody know the child. I didn't
Okay,
want that to happen. You don't have to call the last
okay,
name. Okay.
okay,
So you identify to the police. Good. We go in places now.
okay,
What the police say?
okay. I said I come to my son and I can't get my son. I just identify myself. She said the police said to me, "Oh, she can't do that." I said, "Why you can't do that?" I said she needs to speak to the mother of the child. I give the police my girlfriend number, and
Right.
wherever transpire, then I said, "Cathy son, the lady told me," I said, "she can't give me my child because Cathy said not to give me my child." So I said, "Cathy, why you tell the police not to give me my child?" And
Why?
then there was a
Why she told the police not to give you the child? Why would she want to?
exactly,
But I don't understand. I don't understand. That is what I don't understand.
exactly, exactly. Me and my girlfriend never had no problem. We were still together even before I left to come here. We were still sleeping together.
Um. So she told the police to do not release the child to you.
Yes.
Okay. Why? I probably asked that question
I
already, but I'll ask it again. Why would
I
she?
I
What, was the child being abused by you? Did she have any reason to feel that the child would not be safe with with his own biological father?
okay, me and my girlfriend and my kid have a brilliant, a splendid relationship. My son never been abused, and I think I hit my son once in 8 years, in 7 years. My girlfriend is the one I always try to hit him, and I said to him, "Don't hit my son."
Right.
He was in a home, he was in a loving home that he have everything possible he needs and wants and care for. My
Right.
son was loved by both
Right.
of us.
Right. Okay. Got that. So the police refuse to get involved, did you contact Child Protection Authority?
Okay, before even all of this happened, I'll go back to England again. I do all of that in England. I call child protection down here in England, in Barbados. I was in contact with everybody. And if you could go and look it up, and wherever it is, you will see everything is there. Everything was there. I fight for my child even before I come here. I was fighting for him even before I come here.
Right. So are you saying that the grandmother stole your child?
Yes. Yes.
The grandmother stole the child. You hear me? You hear? I lost you. I don't hear you. Fix it. I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. You might have to log out and log back in. Okay. No, I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you, Owen. Check, check, check. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Alright, he's fixing his audio there. Um he's fixing his audio. How was all your day? How was all your day today? All you good? He's still fixing his audio, but I want to hear how this thing go, because I just like all you in this case. I'm just like all you. Me and all you the same thing in this. You still not hearing me, Owen?
You gotta be firm in this time, son.
You there? Alright, okay, go back out and come back in. Go back out and come back in. And you go fix. Go back out and come back in. Or unplug the headphone. I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you, so you have to go back out and come back in, or something. Is when and it's true, listen, everybody have a story to tell. We don't prejudice nobody's story, right? I don't prejudice nobody's story. I want people to share their story. And if it is true that the child is somehow being abducted, if that is the allegation, that the child is somehow being held against his will, the legal guardian of the child, which is the father and the mother, well, the father in this case, can get the child. What next? Let's see if you fix the audio. Are you hearing me? No, you don't hear me now. Come back, go back out and come back in, because I ain't hearing you. So I'm still waiting for him to connect. But listen, the big question is, so much big questions. You would agree that it's a lot of big questions, right? But the question is, one of the questions is, why is it that the mother somehow don't want the police, or don't want Grenada Child Protection Authority? Because the man traveled from England to come to Grenada to get his son. But the mother don't want the child to be given up to the legal father. That is the problem right now. That is the question. So the question is why? Why? And as I'm asking the question why, I'm also going to open up the phone line, guys, so you guys could probably help me on this one here. 718-701-5720. Let me know if all you're understanding what's going on here. Jeff John, I have a feeling that we will hear another side of the story as well. I started it, I tell all you. I said, listen, every story have sometimes 4 sides, Jed. Sometimes four sides. His side, she side, the other one side, and the truth is somewhere, someplace in the middle. So I'm very, very sure we go hear another side of it. But why is it, guys, at this point in time, that the mother, who is in a legitimate relationship with the father, who claimed that they've been sleeping together even before he left England, they're in a good place in a relationship. Why is it that the mother telling the police in Grenada and the child protection agency in Grenada to don't allow the father to get the child from the grandmother? I think he's back. Let's see if we could get those questions answered. Are you back with us?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I'm happy. Yeah. Okay. So, Owen, did you ask the mother or try to find out from the mother why is it that she not allowing the child protection agency, the police, and the child grandmother to give up the child back to your custody so you could legally take the child back to England with you? Why is she doing that?
I don't have a clue why she's doing it. I asked her that question. I don't speak to from since I come here. From the police incident, now she have a conversation. I said, Kathy, I come for my son. Can you please give me my son? Kathy said to me, sit down and listen. And this is how I'm going to get back to phone. So sit down and listen. I said, Kathy, I don't have to listen to you. This is my son. I come for my son. Can you please give me my son?
Sit down and listen to what? What she wants you to sit down and listen to? What is
I
she
don't
saying?
know. I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. I said,
She
Kathy, I
says,
don't need to sit down and listen to you. I'm here
hold
for
on,
my son.
hold on. She says sit down and listen. So what she wants you to sit down and listen to? Is she telling you something? Because that's women when they talk. Sit down and listen. So we go hush and we go listen. So what is she saying when you listen?
No, I didn't listen to her because she tried to control me. That's what she was trying to do. Try to control me like a local boy. My son and is my son and her son. We grow him up together. He born in my hand. We conceive it together. We live together for 12 years.
No, I get that. I get that. Jeff John wants to know where's Cathy now? Is she back in England?
She's in England. Yeah, she's in England. She come here on holiday during the court hearing.
Where is the child now? Like right now?
Is in Grenada by his grandmother.
Have you spoken to the grandmother since you reached Grenada?
No, I spoke to her. I spoke to her when everything happened from the police and everything. Someone told me, Owen, please listen to her side. So I called her.
Yes.
I said, good afternoon. I said, good morning, Miss Mitchell. How are you?
Don't
I
call she.
said, please.
Don't call
Okay,
she. Don't call she.
okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said,
Right.
please, can you give me my son, please?
Right.
She turned to me and said, she said some words and she hung up the phone. I tried to call her back 3 times and she not answer. This is what she did. She went back to the police station now and tell them I was harassing her on the phone. Yes.
So the problem is she not speaking to you, or not on speaking terms. Your child is over by her, and you just can't get in touch with her. You can't get in your child, and you're in Grenada right now, right?
Yes, I am.
You're in Grenada right now.
For 9 months. I mean, I'm here actually 9 months now, fighting for my son in court. I never get to touch my child. I never get to hug my child. There was an incident when I just come. I know the school he goes, so I went to the school and I was outside the school in the road waiting for him to come up to say hello to him, how are you, to hug him. And Miss Mitchell, oh, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. The grandmother saw me and she started to hold on to my son and started pulling my son and tugging my son. I said, Miss Mitchell, oh. I said to Kate and grandmother, why are you pulling Kate like that? It's my son. I said, why are you so wicked? Is my son. Please, can I speak to my son? And she kept pulling him. She kept pulling him. So there was an incident happened, and she called the police. The police was involved and everything like that. And she said, "Oh, I was pulling my son. I was tugging my son. I was shouting at my son, and there was nothing like that go." And the police that who interviewed me believed everything that come out of Miss Mitchell mouth. The same police that I went to, she crucified me when the same incident happened when I go identify myself. For some reason, I don't want to tell them, and there was that. The police did hate me for life. She hate me. She mistreat me. And that's the same police with the incident that he road with at my son's school. She the same one dealing with the situation. And when I tried to explain to her, I said, this is not how the case goes. This is not how it happened. She said, yes, I believe everything that come out of Kate and grandmother mouth. About a month later, somebody knows somebody for me. And they said, oh, I saw the incident that happened with Owen at the school. And the same person give my lawyer the version of what happened.
What was the version?
I have the version on my phone.
Okay. You care to share it? Like, what did they say happened? I mean, you don't have to put it. Okay, don't put it on the whole thing. I don't know what I don't know what they need. Just summarize.
Listen, I can share it. I can share it.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Just
but
give me a minute.
I don't know what's in it. I don't know I don't know what's the content of it. So I don't. I haven't heard it before. So could you just summarize it? Just tell me.
Okay. The lady said, the lady turned to my well, after me tell my friend, I said to me, can you give me a statement of a version that will happen? And she said to the my lawyer, this is what happened. I saw the young man at the road, he pacing up and down, pacing up and down. I don't know what he was pacing up and down for. And then he see a local boy coming up with a lady. Then I started to go to the lady, to son. And when I'm approaching my son, she saw me as well, so she started pulling him and tugging him. And I asked the grandmother, why are you tugging Kaden like that? I said, it's my
What?
son. Can I?
What she was doing him?
She was pulling him and pulling behind him. And I said, please, can I speak to my son?
Okay.
Please, can I speak to my son? It is my son. Can I speak to him? And she carried on pulling him. Then when the police involved now, she go and tell the police, I'm the one who was pulling my son. And tugging him. And shouting at him. And I turned to him and said, why are you so wicked to me? Why are you so wicked to me? Is my son. Can I speak to my son, please?
Yes. No, it's painful. I know. I understand. I understand your frustration at this point in time. No, Owen, I understand your frustration. I'm sorry. How you see? Owen, I know it's painful. No. No. All joke aside, I mean,
This is a boy that I grew up all my life. He lived with me all his life. And now my son don't want to come meet me.
as you can see, guys, this is this.
God, please, I got it back. I get by myself.
Somebody give him some water. Just give him some water. Give him some water. If you could hear me, just give him some water. Let me take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back. You're watching Right Along Live. Give me a minute, guys. We'll be right back. Stand by.
Williams Funeral Service serve you with dignity and compassion as you mourn. Every day, we embark on the journey of life, and one day, the journey will end. It's on that day that you can entrust the celebration of life of your loved ones to David Williams Funeral Service. Call 718-291-3823.
Okay, I'm a father as well, and I know if it was if I couldn't have access to my son, it would hurt me deep, deep down inside, right? So this is a father expressing himself. There are a lot going on in this story. You know, it's obvious there are a lot happening with Owen, the family, and you guys might not understand all the things that are occurring simultaneously here, but Owen knows and he feels it deep down inside. At the end of the day, this is a man who is fighting to get custody back by his child. Let's take a call. Give Owen a break a little bit. Caller, you live? Where you calling us from?
I'm sorry.
Sorry?
Hi.
Yeah. Caller, go right ahead. We have a call on the line. Caller, go ahead.
Hi. Calling.
Yeah. Caller, go ahead. Oh, caller, go ahead. Caller, go.
And I want to share my perspective based on what I'm listening to and what I'm hearing. Um, the only thing I could come to why she's being so adamant about keeping the son is it's probably because
Caller, go ahead. Caller, you hung up. 718-701-5720. 718-701-5720. Let me talk, guys. Owen, take a little break for a little bit. Take a little break for a little bit because this is real pain, right? This is real tears. This is real hurt. Cause this is real love, right? Owen is claiming that he's been in Grenada for 9 months now, fighting a legal battle to get back custody of his child. And at this point, to this very day, he's unable to get back custody of the child. The tears that Owen is called that Owen is crying is tears of love. Let's see. We have a caller. Caller, are you live? Hello?
Oh God, it's a color.
No caller, you can't call me video. Someone is calling me from England. And I bet that 718-701-5720. I'll give Owen a break for a little bit. Let him catch up himself a bit because he's going through a lot. All right, so let's talk a bit. 718-701-5720. I don't even know. I don't want to bring back Owen on because the man is going through a lot right now. Look. The man is going through a lot right now. I don't feel right going back to Owen again. Yeah. If the people, the powers that be, if you're watching this right now, I want you to see that this man is in pain right now. This man is going through pain right now because he simply won back custody of his child. Oh, when you're there, you okay? Hold on. Or you want to stop? If you want, you can stop right here. We don't have to go forward. You want to stop? You want to stop? Owen, we could end it. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We could end it right here. We don't have to go forward. I mean, we'll discuss everything else off air and see how we could work forward in getting this resolved for you. All right. We're gonna resolve it off air, Owen. Owen.
He's not. You're not here. He's not hearing you.
Oh, he's not here. Okay. All right.
He's
All
not
right.
hearing you.
Okay. All right. All right. Just find out if it's okay to go forward. Otherwise, we could
Yeah, you're
stop it right
saying.
here. All right. We could end it right here. Caller, your live. Go ahead.
Good night, Junior. Good night, guys.
All right.
So I've been watching, but I have a question for the guest, or maybe a comment I need to put through to him. If the child is an English citizen and the dad is having issues getting his child out of Grenada, what he needs to do is get onto the British embassy in Grenada or the British government, let them know his child is quote unquote hostage in Grenada. Just like with any other child, the child is a ward of the British, whatever you want to call it, empire, state, country, or whatever. This man should not be in Grenada spending money running up and down with the court. Okay? All he needs to do is get to the British embassy or get on to the English government, right? And let them do the work that he's trying to do there. If he believes his child is being held against his will, and of course that's what he's saying from what I'm looking at, then the fight is out of his hand. I mean, if the American government has a child in a similar situation, or for that matter, any other large countries in the world, that's what they're gonna do. So if you're listening to me, Daddy, and you know you have all your proof, and they have your child, and there is issues going on, you can get your child, let them do it. If the baby is not yours, they will help you figure that out too. My comment, my opinion.
Yeah,
Okay?
thank you so
And
much.
I'm so sorry he's going through that as well. I'm really sorry that is happening. Good night.
Thank you so much. Um, Owen, do you have the headphone piece back in your ear? Could you hear me? Could you hear me? Could you hear me? Yeah. Um, let's take another call because Owen can't hear me as yet. Caller, you live. Where you calling us from?
I can't believe why a mother would be so wicked to keep a son from his father.
Take me off a
Who is
speakerphone.
doing
You're echoing. Take
everything.
me off a speakerphone. You're echoing.
Sorry. Let me put in my headphones.
Yeah.
A mother would be this wicked
Yeah.
to keep a son from his father. A father who wants to be involved in his boy's life. You know how many black boys do not have their father to teach them to be a man? How dare you keep your son from his father unless the kid is not his? That's all I want to say.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, guys, we're gonna go back to Owen and probably wrap up with Owen. But during the process of it, as I said, we are gonna hear multiple sides of the story. And during this short period of time, the mother contacted me. So I have the mother on WhatsApp right now, and she's communicating with me. She don't want to come on live. Hold on. Just bear with me, guys. I'm messaging the mother because she's on WhatsApp with me. Owen, are you back? Owen, could you hear me? Could you hear me? Are you here? Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay, you hear me. All right. Listen, we could wrap this up, because I know I don't want to I don't want to go forward. Uh, you hearing me? All right. Yeah. Are
No,
you here? Hey,
no,
whoever just
no, you're
said
not
Owen,
hearing.
whoever just said Owen, let me. Is he hearing me? Okay, let's jump back to the phone line. Caller, where are you calling us from?
Grenada.
Go
No,
ahead.
no, 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 you're not.
Um,
We're not
this man,
hearing Didi.
Yes.
because I know I am a witness with him every time he goes to visit this child, and the reaction of the grandmother is not nice. I can tell you that because I sit in the van. She don't know that I'm in the van, and when we go, the reaction was like run upstairs and not notice him there. And the court gave her an order for she to visit that, for him, Owen Stevenson, to visit that child. And I think he don't get the right treatment in Grenada by law.
Right. Right.
I
Oh,
am telling you because I know the mister. We're not family members, but every time he wants to go and check this child, he always go with a witness.
yeah.
And I am one of the witness.
Okay. But
Let me tell you again,
yes.
if the court order is to come and pick up this child on a Friday at a certain time, he will go before.
Right.
When he goes, sometime he meet the daughter, that is the mother's daughter. She will say, Grandma is not here, so you will have to come back.
Uh-huh.
We will come back, and when we come back, nothing happens. She just run upstairs and shut her doors. And this child need counseling, and Owen need a lot of counseling too.
Yes.
Because he's hurting. I don't know the people problems in England, and I won't touch base on that, but I know for Grenada, he always takes somebody with him as a witness.
Yes. Yes.
And it's unfair for him to be suffering like that as a father. Because in Grenada here, right, a lot of fathers don't take up the mantle as a father. But to see this gentleman is here and 9 months and nothing happened, that is failure. The system failed this man.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, caller. Owen, are you there? Are you able to hear me? All right, he's still not able to hear me. I'm not able to hear him. However, we're on the phone right now with the mother, and the mother is typing back to me. The mother is messaging me back. Hello, caller, you live?
Hi, good night, Junior.
Hey, how you
And
doing, my
good
friend?
night to your guests.
Yes.
I'm fine. Listen, I have some questions because from the beginning of the story, we really need more clarity.
Yes.
You know, I understand he's hurting. I understand he's in a lot of pain. I also understand clearly that this man wants to be a father to his child. Many of us know how it is to live without a father, having our mothers in our lives just to nurture and to guide and protect and so on. And so it must be very difficult for him. He is sitting there, Junior, crying out his heart simply because he wants to be in his son's life. But it's very puzzling, you know, and we're struggling as viewers and listeners of the program to piece the puzzles together. So I know he's very emotional right now, but maybe you could bring him back another time so he can explain to us, because just from common sense. So the child, because he said the child is a British citizen, so it means the child had to be born, had to have been born in the UK. We
Yes.
get that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the mother, he said they have a good relationship. My thing is, why the grandmother, right, has so much say in who the child sees. Particularly, shielding him from having a relationship with his father. So my thing is, what is or what was responsible for that? Right? And two, no, what is the mother saying about this?
Yeah.
Which does she prefer? And what about her parental rights? Did she give that up to her mother, the child's grandmother? And if that is the case, how did they eliminate the father, legally so, from the child's life? You know, and just to end, I'll say to Owen, maybe he should try taking the case to a court in the UK. Yes, I get clearly that, you know, if they're not British citizens, that may be kind of difficult. But the child is a British citizen. And so the ropes and the laws and so on are going to be different for him. You know, so I hope we can get a little bit more clarity so we can all understand what he's going through. Thank you, Julia.
That. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Owen, you back with us? You hear me?
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay. Owen, I feel your pain. I feel your pain, and the tears that you cry is genuine. I could feel it. I'm a father as well, and I could understand what you're going through. We also have let me check another call. Owen, hold on 1 second. Caller, you live, go right ahead.
Hello.
Hey.
Good afternoon. Hi.
Yes.
The British High Commission. That's where he needs to go to in Grenada. The British High Commission, and let them know what's happening. Okay. We don't have an embassy in Grenada. We have a High Commission office with a High Commissioner. So since the child is a British citizen, that's where he needs to go and let them know what's happening. He wants his child. He wants to go back to England. He's not a Grenadian. He wants to take his child home. When they get back to England, the children's services in England will solve the problem.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I think that.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much. Owen, is there an option? Is there an option to having the High Commission deal with this case? Because since the child is a British citizen.
Listen, I go to everybody. I went to everybody. I do everything legally. I do everything possible just to get back my son. Everything possible. If you go to the High Commissioner, Barbados, my name will be there. My name will be there.
Right. Owen, do you still have a good relationship with the mother?
Me and her mother is not speaking at the minute. We never, since
not,
this incident, we don't speak.
The mother of the child. The mother of the child.
No, we don't speak anymore now.
You don't speak anymore?
Since I come to Grenada and the last conversation, me and she never speak. But after the last court hearing, I tried to call her, to beg her, please, tell the grandmother to give me my son, let me go back home. I have the voice note on my phone here. Cathy, please, can you please just give me my son, let me go back.
I have a voice note too. I have the voice note too. I have voice notes. I've been getting all sides of the story, all kind of voice notes. You want me to play it? Can I listen to this one?
Yeah.
You want me to play this one?
Yeah.
Okay, you sure you want me to play this one?
Which one it is?
It's a voice note that you left to Cathy. It's a note that you left to Cathy, which is the child mother.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Okay, well,
I don't know if it's that one.
I don't want to surprise you and play it because it doesn't sound too good. So that's why I say I don't want to.
I don't know what it is. I do not know what it is.
All right, I won't play it.
Who sent it? Who sent it?
You sent it. Your voice. It's your voice.
Okay, play it.
Play it. Okay. This is a voice note.
Cathy, come home, Cathy. I'll give you a surprise. I'll give you, your sister, everyone at your surprise. Come home. I'll surprise you.
Okay, can you cut it there for me, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, that's the argument we have over the phone. And I said to them not to come back to my house. Because of what's going on with my son. I
Yeah.
don't know because I told her not to come back here. If I can get to speak to my son how I want, do not come back to my house.
All right. Um. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Is the High Commission? Do you think that the High Commission would be open to, even if we need to help you, we will, assisting you in getting the child back to the legal guardian with you? Do you think that the High Commission would be in a position to do that? I mean, you live in the UK. You know how things run over there. Is that
Listen
enough?
to me. That's the action I'm gonna go through now. That's the action I don't have a choice now because I do everything possible here to go through the court system. The court failed me. The social service failed me. The school failed me. This failed me. The social service turned to me because she interviewed me and she interviewed Kaden. She clearly told me Kaden is disturbed. My son is disturbed. Who disturbed my son? Who the one who disturbed my son? Because since I come to Grenada, I cannot see my son. I don't speak to him, and I can't get access to him. So who disturbed him?
Right. All right.
I clearly tell the social service, please take care out of that environment, please, because it's not healthy for him.
What next? I know you have a lawyer. You've been working this case to the court. That has not been going too well.
No.
What's the next move? What is the next move?
Well, the next move now, I have a lawyer in England now going to fight the case. So I'm in the process of just going back.
Could you work it out with the mother? Could you somehow communicate with the mother and you guys could amicable
Can I say
resolve?
something to you? Can I say something to you? Me and the mother of the son, my kid, me and she been having a relationship even before I come down here. A week before I come down here. We were fine.
Yeah.
We were fine. There was no crack in my son relationship. You could go to the England and find out my relationship with my son. You could go to social service. You could go anywhere. We don't have an issue.
Right. Right.
And that's what they're doing. That's the phone call. They try to put that across everywhere. Oh, you are come back to my house. Because her sister was driving her to come out of my house because it was planned. It was planned, and they know what's going to trigger me. Kaden, my son, they know what's going to trigger me. They know what's going to push my button to trigger me, and that's what they did. Because it was all planned. It was all pre-planned.
Yeah. We lost your audio again in a way. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's end the live right here, right?
Yeah.
And I think what we need to do now is communicate because I have the mother's contact. She's on the phone with me. I have your contact. I think that there had to be a middle ground and see how we could sort this out in the best interest of the child.
Listen,
Something wrong with your audio. Something wrong with your audio again. It chip off.
Hang on. Hello?
Yeah, you back again. You back again.
Are you heard?
Yeah.
Listen to me.
You caught up. Go
Listen
ahead.
to me. My child mother is devious, is manipulating. She is devious and she is manipulating. She knows we don't have a problem. We take my son to the airport together. Together. We come back together. We live together until that argument with that phone call we met there. Because I can't get to speak to my son how I want, when I want. And if you don't go that far, I could send back you a copy of a report that I went to the police to make a report of it. The whole incident was happening here. That they were trying to keep my son away from me. They want to take my son away from me. And I could guarantee you when I reach back to England, I could get the police and I could get the report and I could get it to you.
Yeah. What I think is the biggest factor, what I'm mostly interested in is the benefit, the best interest of the child. So now I have your contact, I have the mother contact. I think that we could handle, even if we have to mediate off air and have this conversation, what is in the best interest of the child? Because the mother is saying that
Listen,
you run off on the child. But the mother is saying that you have multiple kids and you're not taking care of them. Yeah, I mean, it's a whole set of thing. And
okay, I have kids.
no,
I have a 26-year-old just buy a house for £500,000. What Cathy have? What is it Cathy have?
Yeah.
I will take care of them. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
My kids them will take care of. Tell Cathy stop to lie. Tell Cathy stop lie. And this is what she good at. And if you get a story about everybody, this is what Cathy is. She's a manipulator. She's a control freak. And she is very dangerous. She's a dangerous piece of weapon. Because she know we don't have nothing against Kate and she not she Kate and go up Kate together. She know everything was fine. She know everything was fine.
Okay.
So don't come and paint a story here now, Cathy. People know you, Cathy. People know who you are. We were together. We were together, Cathy. We were together. Before I leave here, I was in my bed, sleeping.
Yeah, all right, okay, all right. Let me end it here. But we're gonna converse it off air. I think that is the best thing to do at this point in time. But Owen,
I want to carry on this story. I want to carry on this story because this is what Cathy and this is what they does. This is what these two people does. The grandmother and Cathy. This is what they does.
Right.
And this is what the judge believes because they are a liar.
Right.
Go to England and see if I have a police record. Go to England and see if I have any police record. Tell Cathy stop lie. Tell Cathy to stop lie.
Right.
Ask
Okay.
Cathy, where is the dad now? Where is her dad? In England. What is doing in England now?
Let her bring in the father. Let her bring in the father.
No. Tell Cathy stop lie.
Yeah.
Tell Cathy stop lie and give me my son. Let me go back home. I just want to go home with my son. Tell her to fight me in England for my son. If grandmother is not the father, is not the mother. I'm the father. She tell her to stand back here and not fight nobody for him because Cathy clearly don't want a kid. That's what he done in the first one, and he want to do it in the second one again.
All right. Owen, we go talk off here. We go try to see how we could do the good work thing off here and try to fix up for the best interest of the child. Lord have his mercy. Owen, we'll keep in touch. I'll call you when I finish.
The whole wall, no, Cathy. The whole wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Owen, I'll call you off air. We'll talk some more.
You gotta be firm in this time, son. You gotta be strong in this time, son.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We could take the rest of it from off air from here because I said I have the mother number, I have Owen number, and I think if we mediate a little bit and we try to find out how we could resolve this in the best interest of the child, because obviously, as I tell all you, there are multiple sides and there will be multiple sides to this story and any story that you see. Because the mother is painting a whole totally different picture of this whole situation right here. As I expected it. Right? So, that's what happens, That's what happens. It's a platform where everybody have a story to tell, and we're not going to hold back the mother if she wants to share her story either. She's saying totally something completely different to what Owen is saying. And it's the same story. But it doesn't matter what he say, it doesn't matter what she say, is what is the best interest of the child. And I know you guys have to agree with me when I say that. It is what is in the best interest of the child at the end of the day. And that's what I'm mostly interested in. But anyway, I'll open up the phone lines for just a few more calls before we wrap up. Parents that's watching, mothers, fathers, I want you guys to call me up. Let's have a little chit chat real quick. On this now. How could we prevent something like that from happening, Jed? If you guys understand the beginning to the end of the story, how could we prevent as parents? How could we use this situation or this story to ensure we learn from this kind of experience, or we learn from the experience? Is there a learning experience in this here? Yeah. 718-701-5720. I take a couple more calls before we wrap up. Yeah. Guys, I'm still getting voice notes, and again, stories all over the place now because somebody has just jumped in the conversation, and another family member, and it's going to be a long night. Let's put it like that. It's going to be a long night. Whenever we do shows like this, I just could see how my night is going to pan out. It's going to be calls up until 12 o'clock tonight, and sleep would not be something in my near future. 718-701-5720. Wayne Francis Jr., my friend, this is and should be a legal matter. Please don't get involved. And in a lot of ways, my friend Wayne, I agree with you. But I think in some instances, it could be mediated. It could be mediated off air, and it could be something that if we could bring them together and try to find out and get a kind of even balance, we probably could resolve a situation even before we go into court, right? Both of them shouting at each other right now, and nobody don't hearing nobody, and that's how it is, because nobody don't hearing. He don't hearing her, she don't hearing him, and at the end of the day, is the child that is getting the shitty end of the stick, so to speak, in this situation here. So sometimes there need to be some kind of mediation, and if we have to be the mediator between it, or one of our counselors on board have to get in between to mediate the thing, we go try to see how best we could help to assist, again, in the best interest of the child. Alright? Alright, so guys, I'm gonna wrap it up right here. Give Wayne a call and speak to the mother some more and see what could be done. But I feel that father pain, trust me, I hold back some tears here today. Yeah, I really did. Alright, let me wrap up, guys, and take care of everything else off here. Catch you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. Click that link right there that's tag. Go ahead and click that link and subscribe to us on YouTube, and click that bell because we are slowly moving all of our programming over to YouTube, and we want you guys to make the move with us. Alright? Also, we got to thank and big up our sponsor for making it all possible today. It's All Pros Health Lab. All Pro Health Lab, rapid COVID-19 testing for travel and work. They also do drug testing as well. Give them a call at 516-387-4246, or check them out online at allprolab.com. That's allprolab.com. Give them a call today. Check them out online and book your next COVID-19 test. Now, if you're traveling and you're in a rush, right, you can't really make it and you need it quick, they have PCR tests for 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, bam, you get your PCR test. You know, sometimes you take 2 hours, 2 days, 3 days. No, they could give you a PCR test in as little as 30 minutes. So give them a call right now. You're traveling, you don't have the time, give them a call. Best part of it is they open 24 hours and they'll come to you. It's All Pro Health Lab. Check them out online. Go book your next appointment with All Pro Health Labs right now. It's allprolab.com. Alright. The YouTube link I told you guys about earlier, it's pinned at the bottom. So if you go ahead and click that link and subscribe to us on YouTube. Everyone on YouTube, thank you for watching. Thanks for being a part of our program today. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. For the folks listening on J1.FM 107.9, good night to you guys. Catch you guys again tomorrow right here on Ridealong Live, where everyone, and you believe us now, everyone have a story to tell. Good night.
Feeling hungry, grab a snack. Caribbean food delight. Jamaican patties, light and flaky. Caribbean food delight. Taste the difference. Caribbean food delight. Grab a patty, take a bite. Caribbean food delight. Quick and easy, grab a patty, take a bite. Caribbean food delight. Oh yeah.
Welcome to TD Bank, where you'll find the personalized attention you deserve and the legendary experience you expect. Let's do business. If you are a medical or dental practitioner, contact me to hear about our tailored lending solutions for residential mortgages, equipment purchases, practice-related commercial mortgages and refinance. Visit me at 500 Baychester Avenue to hear more about our full range of personal and small business banking solutions. See you soon.
David Williams Funeral Service serve you with dignity and compassion as you mourn. Every day, we embark on the journey of life, and one day, the journey will end. It's on that day that you can entrust the celebration of life of your loved ones to David Williams Funeral Service. Call 718-291-3820